Good day, everybody. Tim Haefke from Top Notch Trading. It's Friday, August 12th. I'm here with today's MrTopStep update. I've been on sabbatical, so you haven't seen me for a while, but my mind was working a little bit. But I advise anybody that does trading for a living, you need to let it alone. I let it alone for 2 weeks, but I'm up on my horse, and here we go. Well, when we were making these new contract highs, all-time highs in the S&P, I said last year we had that 21.34 even. That was a key pullback level, in my opinion, that we needed to achieve. But we start off August finding a 41.5 low, miss it by $7.50. We come up here and we make a high. And what was important about this is seeing a 382 fib retracement of 67.5. Well, lo and behold, we made a week low of 67.75. We poked above that level yesterday with a 5-quarter high. That's an 85-quarter high. So if we can hold the 67.5 on a retest, our upside objective now says 21.99.5 on a fib level. Next chart, please. Well, overall, earlier in the year, I showed you where the mini continuation chart showed a channel, not a channel, just a trend line. But I forgot to look at the regular session, and that's important because at 8:30 is where that cash is king. It made a high of 14 at the early part of the year, came down and double tested in January and February, made the new year high, came back down, and look at this little spike, little island kind of by itself. And then we continued. We got about 34 even, and we've been making contract highs. Following this trend line on a daily basis, it's descending. Today it comes in at 22.0440. Well, every day it's going up about $1.50 to $2. So if that's their real target, maybe that's the dream that the S&P wants to keep going towards. But now let's go back to that E-mini one, and I did show you. We came up and we found it the first time asking, and we stalled. But lo and behold, we kept spiking above it, and it looked like we were going to finally generate some trade. But then 1st of August comes in, we find that 41.5 low, and lo and behold, what comes in? That Fibonacci 3 days ago, is holding that trend line. It comes in at about 69 and change right now today. So if they can get below 69 and follow with a 67.5 offer, the weekly pivot is my key at 65.70. That's where the momentum could turn, and we could be in trouble, a weekly pivot. And last but not least, this is the best idea because this is where cash is king. MrTopStep and I constantly talk about how cash is king on that 8:30 bell. Well, we take the cash chart, year high. We find the same kind of movement down to that test in January, February, make the new year cash highs. Lo and behold, look at this. I want you guys to go out there and get an S&P cash chart. We are pounding at the top of this thing, and the longer it takes to ever trade above it and close above it, we could see that reversal. I'll leave it at that. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time on MrTopStep.